Are you ready to promote a new masterclass, a freebie, an offer, a course, a one-on-one, but you're coming to the point of where you need to create a profitable funnel and you're like, I have no clue where to begin? Well, my friend, you're in the right place. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the top tools you need to build a profitable funnel. And I'm so excited to be able to share this. The truth is, when I began my business, I was trying all the things. I would see another coach using a certain tool and then I felt like I needed to use it. But over the years, I've really perfected the tools that make the funnels actually seamless and, dare I even say, fun. So let me introduce my very first tool that I'm highly going to recommend, and it may be my favorite entrepreneurial tool of all, and that's Canva. If you're new to Canva, you need to go to canva.com. You can get the free account and use all of the tools that I'm getting ready to share, which is going to be so amazing. So with Canva, Canva is a graphic design site. It allows you to design social media posts. It allows you to design slides if you want to create a webinar or a masterclass. It allows you to create workbooks or ebooks or things that you can use for your freebie or for your offer. So definitely lean into Canva. The best part about Canva is that they have templates. So if you don't feel pretty creative, you can pull from a template, change some of the colors, and make it your own. The second tool, which I love, is Zoom. The truth is, everyone needs some sort of hosting platform for different conference calls or to host masterclasses, and Zoom is by far my favorite. Now, there's a million other ones, and this is not to say that something is wrong with them, but Zoom is the one I'm most familiar with. And after 2020, I'm pretty sure most people are familiar with it as well. But with Zoom, it's great because you can host your masterclasses on there and you can screen share and show your slides. You can use Zoom if you're doing one-on-one calls and don't want to share your number, but want to give someone a call-in number and then you guys can talk on there. You can also use Zoom to screen record and then embed things later into your course. Now, obviously, there's more technical aspects of Zoom that you can decide. You can have a chat box. You can do like a drawing board. There's a lot of other things that you can do. But all in all, most of my clients lean into use Zoom when they're hosting masterclass or webinars. So if you have not already used Zoom, I would definitely recommend familiarizing yourself with it ASAP. My third favorite tool is Easy Webinar, and this is a tool that is sort of optional. If you ever get to the point in your funnel where you'd like to automate things and passively create sales, Easy Webinar is going to be a great start. So the way Easy Webinar works is you can record a webinar. Let's say you record it on Zoom, or let's say you record it on Easy Webinar. Now you can embed it into Easy Webinar and it can play automatically. So for example, I have a program called Happily Divorced Course. I don't front and center promote this program. It's something that I did when I started my business, but it's still something that people are interested in. So if people ever come to me and DM me or ask me about it, I'll say, hey, go over and take my free webinar, which is called Discover Yourself After Divorce. They take the free webinar, and at the end of the webinar, I promote the Happily Divorced course, and I get to funnel them into it, right? The great thing is, no matter where I'm at, I can be on vacation, I can be asleep, I can be on the phone with another client, I could be watching a movie with my daughters, but it will always run in the background. So if you're considering automating your funnel, which I highly recommend, consider how you can add Easy Webinar to your tool belt. It's going to be so life-changing. The next tool you'll definitely need is a high-functioning web page or landing page. Whether you're selling a course, a program, a group coaching program, or offering a freebie or a free masterclass, you're going to need a place where people can opt in, and having a landing page is going to be crucial for this. Simply put, a landing page is when people are ready to sign up, you send them to the landing page, they give you their email, and then they're automatically added to your email list and into your funnel. Long gone are the days where you can be like, hey, do you want to come to my free masterclass? Let me collect email addresses. You could technically do that, but I'll be honest, it's a lot of work on the back end. So having a landing page is going to be key. Now, there are a lot of different ways you can do this. You might have a website, Squarespace, WordPress, anything like that where you can create landing pages. I personally use WordPress, and I have a plugin called Thrive Leads where I create landing pages. And the best part about Thrive Leads is they also have templates. So sometimes if I'm feeling like creativity challenged, I will lean in and use one of the landing pages that they have that are pre-built and then kind of plug and play, and it works seamlessly. You also have the option to buy a landing page on Lead Pages. If you don't have a website or don't know how to build it, Lead Pages is also very user-friendly. The point is you're going to want a website of where you can send people. So for example, if you're promoting a program, I'm getting ready to teach a totally free class called 6 Steps to Strategic Sales. Head over to my website to add your email so that you'll be the first to know when I open the doors, or however you want to word it. You're going to want to have a website, a landing page that you can send your audience to. 1, it's going to make you more professional. 2, you're going to thank yourself for it because you're building your email list. And 3, it just makes the process really seamless. That brings me to my next tool, which is to have an email serve. You do not own your social media, meaning that, God forbid, something happened with Facebook and they're like, oh, we're just going to get rid of Facebook. And you've put all of your leads, all of your effort into Facebook, all of it's gone. And this is why I plead with my clients to make sure that you have a high functioning website that people can go to. Don't neglect it. Make sure that you're collecting email addresses as much as possible, because guess what? You own those email addresses and you'll always have access to that, but you may not always have access to your social media. So what is the platform that you're using for your emails, right? ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, Kajabi is another one, ConvertKit. There are a lot of different email sites that you can use. The point is, you want to have an email site that feels good for you. I personally love ActiveCampaign. I started with MailChimp. There's not necessarily a right or wrong answer, but pay attention to the prices, pay attention to the features, and lean in to an active or to an email campaign that's going to work for you. Once you determine the platform that you're going to use to collect email addresses, that's where you get to build your funnel. So let's say, for example, you're going to have a free masterclass, right? You collect the email addresses on your lead landing page. It links to your email server, MailChimp or ConvertKit or ActiveCampaign or the like. And then you funnel them into the next step. So you welcome them, you nurture them, you let them know when the masterclass is going to take place. And then after the masterclass, maybe you send them a replay. Maybe you send them like, hey, I'm going to promote my new program. This is why it can work for you, or this is how it can work for you. The great thing is, even if people aren't interested in buying the first round, having them on your email list means you have access to continue to nurture them. And maybe they'll buy the next time you promote something. Maybe it'll speak to them more. Maybe it'll be a better timing. But once you have their email address and once you're nurturing them, you create an audience that you get to slowly warm up and lean into your expertise and help support them to be able to take that next step. All right, the last tool that you need may sound a little contradictory to the former tool, but it's social media and learning how to leverage it, okay? Now, here's the thing. Just because social media could disappear tomorrow, that is not me at all saying that you shouldn't use social media. In fact, use social media to your advantage now, because it is literally the best way you can advertise your offers. It is literally the best way you can get people's eyes on your offers, on your opportunities. And this is the greatest way that you can really create an expansive reach, an expansive audience. So with social media, one of the things that I like to do is I like to, 1, understand what it is that my audience is looking for and what is drawing them in. Do they like lives? Do they like reels? Do they like just general posts? What's engaging my audience and how can I do more of it? For example, I know my audience loves YouTube videos, so that's why I do a lot of YouTube videos. The last thing you want to do is try to do all the things. Find what works for your audience, find where you're going to reach your audience, and lean into that. Some different tools that you can use to help you with social media scheduling so you're not overwhelmed trying to do all the things in the middle of a launch or trying to do all the things as you're building out your funnel is you can use Planoly, which will help you to pre-plan and post social media graphics and things that you'd like to share. And you can also use like Tailwind if you're interested in using Pinterest. That will help you pre-schedule different pins that you would like to get out there. For me, YouTube is a great feature because now I can pre-schedule videos. So I might batch record 4 or 5 videos and have them come out over a series of a couple of weeks because I've pre-recorded that. That takes the pressure off of you of always having to show up, of always having to come up with new ideas, but you know that social media is great. You learn to leverage it and you add in tools to your tool belt that are going to support you at really expanding your reach and leveraging social media in a way that can change the game for you. The greatest thing is, if you haven't already noticed, is the process of building a funnel does not have to be frustrating. In fact, if you use these tools together in collaboration, it gets to be quite seamless. So what I'm going to challenge you to do is to consider what tools you're using, audit them to see how they're working for you, and consider the tools that I shared with you today and determine how you can weave those into your funnel building process.